Considering the fact that the Elder Scrolls 6 is not coming out for another millennium or two, a fact I have struggled to come to terms with, we might as well get a Morrowind remaster at this point. Although considering Morrowind is roughly as old as time itself at this stage, it might need a few more tweaks to it in comparison to your usual remaster. So what I'm saying is, it will probably exist in that limbo, or lig if you will, between the definition of a remaster and a remake. It will be a remaker or remastake. These newfangled words sound like Nord names to me. Yes, I'm aware they sound nothing like Nord names. It was just an admirable attempt at a joke, come on. Maybe we can call it a re-milk drinker, or a re-sweet roll. Sweet rolls are a universal staple of any Tamrielic diet, no matter the province, so I guess that joke doesn't really land, does it? Anyway, the graphics need to be given some more resolution, and AMD, NVIDIA 1080 Ti rotoscope, quickscope, no-scope stuff, etc. And maybe a couple thousand pixels added, or else it will get lambasted harder than that one bad graphic nightmare haunter guy from the Ezio collection. I mean, what the hell was that bug-eyed thing anyway? I see him sometimes when I close my eyes. He is worse than Freddy Krueger or yours truly. I am known to invade a dream or two. He was like some kind of poorly drawn demon trapped in a remaster. That remastered collection was like a terrible mod created by a fetching 10-year-old who played too much Amnesia, The Dark Descent. Anyway, this remaster does not need to be like that, or whatever the low-effort hell the GTA collection emerged from either. That game couldn't even get numbers on a jersey right. This will be a proper remaster that will take time and effort to come out. Oh, Swit will be waiting centuries for this as well. Why must I suffer? Release it quickly then and rush it out. But somehow it still needs to be amazing. Damn it, come on, Todd. The false god Howard, you can do it. In time for the end of the year, please. I mean, what are the support studios even doing? Starfield, I guess, but surely it's not all hands on deck. I know Todd said that, but I refuse to believe him. He is a known liar, and ship metaphors do not work on me. Maybe they're busy with that damn Atlantic City DLC for Fallout 76. It's so convenient how it's Atlantic City. I mean, it just screams gambling-themed microtransaction fest, the DLC. The Inuas at Bethesda can't help themselves. It's like they are modeling themselves on EA these days. But back on point, surely the studios in Montreal or Texas could take some time to give us a Morrowind remaster. Change up the dice roll combat to the smooth, sauntering, swishy sword combat. That was a lot more alliteration than I expected of Oblivion. Admittedly, it was fetching floatier than City Swimmer's corpse after she stole a sweet roll from the Dark Brotherhood sanctuary, but maybe they could still try to implement it, or they could go with the slow. It's always like I'm attacking someone with a minigun with no bullets, even though it's a fantasy setting, and I'm using a Claymore-type gameplay of Skyrim. Could work, I guess. Or maybe change the combat to something like Ghost of Tsushima, because why not? So I can grab the Vivek Gondola operator's gear after ruthlessly murdering them with a katana and pretend I'm Jin Sakai for a bit. I also think that certain unforgettable golden masked god needs more screen time. I mean, he just shows up at the end and steals the show. And yet that's all he's really given. Maybe he shows up wearing a mustache at the Sedanine docks and acts as a friend to the Nerevarine when, in reality, he's actually a totally misunderstood god who's trying to make Morrowind a better place, drive the mongrel dogs of the Empire out of Vardenfell, and look cool while doing it. You know what? Fetch the idea of the Nerevarine being the protagonist. Make Dagoth Ur, the one true god, the protagonist. Make it a sweeping biopic in old-school RPG form, starting from my days at a Resdane kindergarten being a bully. But you know, a heroic one. If kindergartens are even a thing in Tamriel, I can't remember. Through to the events of Red Mountain, and into the present blight-infested days of 3E 427. Oh, it'll be Game of the Year, and people won't even remember Starfield, the Elder Scrolls 6, or Fallout 5. Bethesda will be redeemed, and I will finally be done justice in a video game. Although I do admit the character creator in Soul Calibur 6 did a decent job. Who would have thought that game would have come out before the Elder Scrolls 6 after 5 was kind of hated on? All in all, this remaster should be a masterpiece. I mean, it has to be. And it's coming out this year, that's 100% confirmed. I swear I'm not going crazy in this heart chamber with my fan fiction ideas. These ideas are legit and need to happen. I swear I gotta go. Better get my daily cry over the lack of quality Elder Scrolls content session of the hour over with.